Everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with an outdoor field test shooting video. We got the AirJavelin by Umarex here. It's basically an arrow archer weapon. I don't know what you really want to call it. It's something new that basically came out the last few years. I think Crossman brought them out first. Umarex has now got a couple different models, the Saber and the Javelin here. Check out my tabletop. It's kind of a combined video for the Javelin and the Saber, so check that out. What we're going to do today is try and do the chronograph. Oops, get this all lined up here. The chronograph and the target all in one shot here, literally one shot. I'm gonna be taking 6, but per each shot, I'm gonna try and get an FPS and get one on the target, just to kind of make this video go a little quicker, and I only have so many arrows, so we're just gonna have to kind of make it work. And I got people building a house next door, so that's just something we're gonna have to deal with. This audio should pick me up pretty good, but you're gonna hear a lot of background noise today. Okay, so let's just get this on site, on target here. See if we can get some on there. Helps if the safety's off. We got one on there. It's a little low, it looks like. And we got 183 feet per second. A little low, but that's okay. This can go up to 300. That one's a little higher. And that was 163. Now keep in mind, I don't know how good the CO2 is. When I put it in, I had a bunch rush out because the bolt wasn't cocked back, and I think the hammer or whatever, the firing pin, was resting on the valve. Okay, another one in there. It's dropping a little bit. And so when that happens, that's 143, by the way. So it's dropping a little bit. We should be getting up to 300. So maybe it just needs a new CO2. I'm not sure, because a bunch did rush out, and I have shot a bunch getting sighted in somewhat. Okay, they're all grouping. That one aired a little bit. Okay, so if we can get 2 more on target. Oh, I'm losing my mic. We need the mic. Okay, let's get one more. Last one, and we'll check it out. We're down to 136 FPS, so it's dropping. It should be getting up to 300 max. Okay, that one hit low. So I'm not even sure what the FPS. So I'm gonna go up there and take a look. Looks like most of them got in there, except for one went a little low. Drop below what you might be seeing on the, but they really did group nicely. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one dropped low. I'm thinking I need a new CO2. That's what I'm thinking, because you know, I did get a bunch rush out, so I know, you know, and I shot about probably 6 or 7, maybe 10 shots after that, getting this, just basically figuring out the elevation and stuff. So I would be somewhere close to the target. We're at about 50 to 55 feet here. So probably closer to 55 feet away from the target where I was shooting from. Yeah, so I mean, I did have to raise the sight up. I had to actually elevate the sight to bring the barrel up a little bit. So I brought the sight up in the back, which then brings the barrel up a little bit for this further out shooting. But this grouping, other than that weird last one that, I don't know, I'll call that a pull. We'll just group the 5. That's within like 3 to 4, I'm gonna say 3 inches. That's a 3-inch grouping from like 55 feet away, just using these open peep sights, which aren't, you know, they're not the greatest for long distance shooting by any means. They're a little bit of a wide aperture. I'd maybe want to narrow that aperture down a little bit, make it a little smaller, or put some sort of an optic sight on here, or a red dot even would probably work. But I'm going to say this is probably going to be good even out to you know, 50, 55, 60 feet if you know the gun. And if you're shooting something like, you know, at least rabbit size, you should be able to get it nicely right in there once you've sighted it in and figured out the elevation and everything. You should be able to get it right in that sort of shoulder body area, shoulder head area, and get a nice clean shot. So not too bad. They definitely penetrate in to this. Basically, I have some, it's like a, what is it? It's kind of like a, what do you want to call it? Bark mulch, that's what it is. It's a bark mulch bag in behind it, so I needed something to stop it. Had a bark mulch bag lying around with a bit of a, basically a rubber sort of, you know, some sort of a mat in front of it just to sort of stick everything into, including the pins and the target. But it works pretty good. Again, make sure you pull this back before you put the CO2 in. You won't have that leakage that happened to me. And a bunch leaked out, I have to admit. So I'm pretty sure I would have got, you know, closer to 200, 250. Can this get up to 300 FPS? I'm sure it can. Warm conditions, it's not too bad outside. It's about 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. I don't know exactly what it is outside, but it's a little warm. I'm starting to sweat, as you can see. But it worked pretty good. The trigger's not too bad. You know, it's a little firmer than I'd like, but for this type of gun, it's just fine. Sights work just fine. Everything worked, as you can see, other than that one that kind of went down, but that could have been me. All right, let's wrap this up. Check out the tabletop video again. These are in our Canada, US Replica Airgun store over at replicaairguns.ca. Should have it in our US store at some point as well, so replicaairguns.us. Check out both of the stores at the replicaairguns.ca and US for air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. And of course, replicaairguns.com for all the articles and reviews that I post there with additional photos and sometimes some more information you might not get in the videos themselves. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Username is Replica Airguns. Until next time, take care.